Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will be learning about how to improve WordPress website ranking for Google, and we will be discussing mainly on-page SEO, not the off-page SEO, because off-page SEO is same for all of the website, and we are discussing here the WordPress, so we'll be discussing mostly the on-page SEO. Before we proceed to the tutorial, please do not forget to subscribe my channel, hit like button and comment on the video below. Okay, now let's proceed to the tutorial now. So the first step is to check the mobile responsive of the theme. In this case, we are using Hello Elementor theme, and it's optimized for mobile. And let's check it through the Google Mobile Responsive Tester. So I'm gonna go and search the tool. So here we go, and I'm gonna put my URL here and click run test to make sure that our website is mobile friendly. Okay, our test results are here now, and as you can see, as per the Google test, our website is mobile friendly. We can also manually check our website mobile responsiveness using Google Chrome developer tools, and you can inspect anywhere on the website, and then when you click on this icon, you will be able to view your website through any mobile device available in the drop down here. So we can manually check the responsiveness of all the website using the Google Chrome developer tools to make sure that text is readable and the buttons are big enough to be clickable in mobile devices. Menu is working fine like we have here in our website, and we're gonna go through a couple of more pages to see if everything works normal. So I'm on about page now, and as we see, nothing is cutting off and everything seems normal. Let's take a look at another page. Go to services, and we are good here. Everything seems normal. Cool. And we'll switch back to our normal desktop. One another thing which I would like to point out is that make sure that your website is accessible through one URL only. By one URL means that whether it should be accessible through www or the non-www version. So for example, if your website is working in both domain names, then there's an issue. So in my case, when I copy the www URL and open it up, it will automatically redirect to the non-www version, which is the automatic setting in WordPress to redirect the www version to non-www. But if your website is accessible through both the URLs, www version and the non-www version, then there's an issue, and you will have to use plugin like redirection WordPress plugin. So that's the plugin which I will recommend to redirect your www URL to non-www version. Or if you have an older website and you are relaunching your website, make sure to use the same domain name. So for example, if you started a website 3-4 years ago and it was on www version, make sure you point the new website to www and not to the non-www version, because it's gonna hurt your ranking and create some mess up like a Google duplicate content issue and some other stuff. So make sure to note that thing. Now the third point is to install the Yoast SEO plugin in WordPress. It's like one of the best tools for the WordPress SEO, and it will standardize all the on-page SEO on your WordPress website. So I highly recommend this plugin. It's free of cost. They have the premium version, but you can start with the free version, and we have already installed it on our website, as you can see it here. And make sure that in Yoast SEO you have XML sitemap accessible. So I'm gonna go to the features tab, and in the features tab you will see XML sitemap. Make sure it is on, and when you click here you should be able to see the sitemap. So I'm going to click on here, and here we go. Our sitemap is accessible and working fine. We will also be submitting the sitemap to Google Webmaster Tool. So that's the fourth point in our video. So I'm gonna create a new property in our Webmaster. I've already created another video for the Google Webmaster tutorial. I'm gonna share the link in the YouTube video description so you can learn more about the Google Webmaster. For now, for the fourth point, I will just submit the sitemap and create a new property for this website. Okay, so I'm logged into Google Webmaster. You don't need to create or sign up for Google Webmaster if you are already a user of Gmail or any other Google service. You just need to log in and go to google.com/webmaster and click on Search Console, and you will be jumped here in this screen, and then you will create a new property. So I'm going to click on Add Property and add the domain name to the Google Webmaster here, and then I'm going to click Continue. And in this step we will verify the ownership of our website, and I'm clicking on HTML tag option. Just copy this meta tag, go to the Yoast SEO setting, click on General, then Webmaster Tools here, and copy your Google verification code here, and click on Save Changes. There we go, and now we're gonna go back to our Google Webmaster and click on Verify. Okay, our ownership is verified now, and I'm gonna go to Property. It will report all of the organic clicks, like for example, all of the clicks which are received through Google search engine, not the direct website traffic or any other traffic, just the Google searches traffic. And now I'm going to submit the sitemap. So here we will submit the sitemap, and I'm just going to copy the URL, the name of the sitemap here, and then I'm going to paste it here. Submit, click on Submit, and our sitemap is submitted successfully. Here we can see our sitemap has been submitted now, and discover URLs. We have 8 URLs in our website which has been noted by the Google and will be indexed shortly. So that was the fourth step in our tutorial. After submitting the sitemap, we will make sure that the reading is enabled in WordPress, and in order to do that we will go to Settings and Reading option here, and once we go there we will see this option. Make sure it is not checked. If it's checked, meaning our WordPress website is discouraging search engine and adding an extra variable in robots.txt file to let the Google know that website is not indexable. We don't need to do that. In order to index our website, we need to make sure that it is unchecked, and click on Save Changes after making sure it is unchecked. So that was the fifth point in our video. Okay, now let's move on to the fifth part. In fifth part we will be checking title, URL and meta tags of our page. So let's go to the home page. I'm gonna click on Edit. So after clicking on Edit Page, you will see something like this, and we will go to the Yoast SEO section, and here we can see our meta title. This is the meta title, and this is the meta description. So we need to make sure that we have important keyword mentioned on our meta title and meta description. So in this case, RK Employment Services is offering recruitment services in Canada. So what we're gonna do, we will remove the title as it's obvious. We don't need that. Let's just remove it all together and find a suitable meta title for our website. First, add in the name of the company, RK Employment Services, and then we're gonna add the separator and the keyword, the services which they are offering, which is their keyword. So they are contractual staffing solutions. So let's put in staffing solutions in Toronto. So because they are located in Toronto, here you can see. So what we're gonna do, we will add this in our meta title, staffing solutions in Toronto. Hey, green light means that the length of our meta title is best to use. So we cannot add more like lots of text in the meta title. So for example, if I add more recruitment services like this, so as you can see it turns on red, which means that the length of the meta title is exceeding the limit. Green means that it's the optimal length, is the ideal length to be indexed in Google. So we need to make sure that we see the green light in the meta title. So we have company name here, the keyword, and the location of the company. And now we're gonna add in meta description. So let's copy in some of the description where we can see our keyword, which is employment services. So for meta description, we can copy these two lines as it includes the company name and the keyword. So I'm just gonna copy it and update it on meta description. As we can see that it's exceeding the limit as it's showing up the orange line. So I'm gonna remove a couple of more words to make sure that we have ideal length for our meta description. Here we go. Now we have ideal length for meta title and for the meta description. And so focus keyword is to tell us that whether our on-page SEO is in good condition or good shape or not. So let's add in our keyword, which is staffing or employment services. So it shows the orange, means we have some room for improvement, and we can see the recommendation from our Yoast SEO in this shade. So internal link, it's asking us to add some links in the content of the page to go to the inner pages of the website. Outbound link means it should have the relevant links to the website which is similar to the industry website. So let me give you an example for this. So we are a recruitment agency, so we will find recruitment agencies on some other parts of the world and link those websites within our content, create some text link to those websites. It helps Google to understand that what is the nature of our business, and it make our website show up on those specific keywords which are relevant to our industry. So let's search in some employment agencies in USA, because obviously employment agencies in USA are not our business competitors, and we can add some links to those websites, and that way we will have our on-page SEO point fulfilled. And so here I can find one of the website, so I'm just gonna go there, copy the link and create link here. So I'm gonna click on edit with Elementor, and find our description where we can add a text link. Okay, now let's add in a text link here. Actually, I just find it here, and select this one, add a link, and then copy the website which we find, paste it here, enter, and update our page. And now we have successfully added an outbound link in our page, and now we're gonna just hit the refresh button here to see if it's updated in our Yoast SEO recommendations. Okay, now scroll back to Yoast SEO section and go back to SEO analysis again. And now we have 4 points. Our outgoing link issue has been resolved now. Now we will fix the internal link issue. Now let's go back to the backend of Elementor and add an internal link to one of our website page. Okay, now so here we have staffing solutions mentioned. I can link this text to our services page. Let's do that right now. Staffing solutions link. I'm gonna copy the services page link, add in the URL here, enter, click update, and now let's refresh the backend one more time. Go back to the Yoast SEO section, SEO analysis, and now we have 3 options left. So this one is asking us to make sure that employment services is mentioned on the introduction of our content. We can skip this for now, as if we will add employment services showing up here, our page will look a little bit weird. So we can skip this for now, and let's move on to the next point, which is adding the key phrase in meta description. Key phrase is our keyword which we added here. That's the focus key phrase, focus keyword. We need to add it in our meta description. So I'm seeing that we have RK employment, so I'm just gonna add services here, and here we go. Now if we switch to this section, we have just 2 points left. This one we are skipping, and for this one we will add in heading like H1, H2, H3, mentioning the focus key phrase. Let's go back to our Elementor backend, and we have this, and we can just rename this one to employment services, and our HTML title tag can be H3 here. Now click update, go back to the backend, hit refresh again because we changed in the Elementor, and we need to refresh in order to see the changes here. Waiting for it to analyze. Okay. Now what's the issue? Employment services. Okay, I think we forgot to click the update after adding the services. We will hit update. And refresh. Move to the Yoast SEO section. Now we have just 2 red marks and 3 oranges. We will try to fix as many as possible. Okay, so this one we have skipped. Key phrase in subheading. So it's recommending us to add one more heading with the keyword. So let's do that. Go back to the Elementor backend, find a way where we can add in another heading. So let's do this. Why us? We can add in small heading, employment services, and let's do it H4 style. Make sure it's spelled as we have mentioned in key phrase. Now change the color to make it similar to what we have in our theme. I'm gonna paste the style so it will look similar. We have H4 here in our key phrase, and this one. Okay, now hit update. Go back to the edit section of our website, hit refresh to make sure Yoast SEO analysis section has been updated. Go back to the Yoast SEO section, and it's still recommending us. This means that it's not detecting the Elementor heading, so we can skip this one for now too. Let's move on to this one, image alt attributes. So we're gonna find the images on our home page and add in alt attributes, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can add in alt attributes. So let's go to our media library in the WordPress backend. Here's the media, and these are the images on our home page. So I'm gonna add alt attributes to these images. That is the image we have in our home page showing up on the bottom. Here's the image. So just click on this image here. That's the alt attribute, alternative text, and we will add our keyword here, employment services. And when we click next, it will save us. Here we go. Our alt attribute is updated. So we're gonna do the same for all of the images on the home page. Now let's search in some more images. This one. There's this one. Update the alt attribute. Updating the alt attribute for these images. What other images we have? The handshake one. Here's the handshake one. Here's the handshake one. Native text. Saved. Saving as we add the alternative text. Okay, what other images we have? We have this one. Let's find in this one. Here we have this image, and we're gonna add the alt attribute, employment services. Okay, it's saved. Close it, and now let's try refreshing and see if Yoast SEO analyze the alt attributes. Let's go back to the Yoast SEO section after refreshing. It still shows the alt attribute. Let's try in with Elementor by re-adding those images, so we can see if our image issue has been fixed. Let's do for this one, for example. Choose image, just change the image to something else and get it back to this alt attribute. Insert media, hit update, do it for this image too. Change it and revert it back to what it was before, so our Yoast SEO can analyze it. Okay, here we have. Now click on update. And now let's refresh the backend to see if it's showing up on our Yoast SEO analysis. Refreshing the page, going to the Yoast SEO section, and now as you can see, it's showing green as opposed to the orange we had before. It means it already have detected the alt attribute. Here we go. Good, so we have green. We can fix these issue too. So key phrase in slug, this one, We cannot fix this one as it's a home page. It doesn't have any slug. Slug means the URL which shows up after our main URL. So in this case, this is our slug, and that's pretty much it for all of the points. Make sure you read all these two. Outbound link we just fix and show you how to do. Internal link we just fix and show you how to do. Key phrase length is like focus keyword should not be too big. It should be like 2-3 words, that's it. And the key phrase density, meaning the focus keyword which you have selected should be present in the content. We have mentioned employment services 5 times in our content, which is great. It should be 3-4 times ideally minimum. And key phrase in meta description, make sure the keyword which you have decided is mentioned in your meta description. This is our meta description, and we have employment services showing up here. And meta description length, make sure that this part is showing green. It should not be red, it should not be orange, it should be green, to make sure that we have ideal amount of characters in our meta description. And image alt attributes, I show you how you can fix that. Previous used keyword, this is the point where you have to select one keyword for one single page. For example, if you are using employment services keyword for this page, you should not use the same keyword for other pages. Make sure to use this keyword for one single page, so we cannot have we will not have ranking issues. So we need employment. So when someone search in employment services, we need our home page to show up. Image alt attributes, we show you how you can fix that. Text length, the minimum text length which Google recommends is 300 words. So we have 351 words on our page, which is good. SEO title width, which is good. That is the SEO title. We also call it meta title. Make sure it's showing up green, and we have it showing up green, which is good. Another thing I would like to add in this point is that make sure that your content is plagiarism free, and it should not be copied on any other website. And that's pretty much it. Now let's not forget to click update, because we have updated all the settings. Okay, so in this video we have covered our mobile responsiveness, canonical URL, www or non-www, which I explained you guys, submitting the sitemap in Google Webmaster, reading option, make sure it is unchecked, and so we are not discouraging the search engine to index our website, and fixing the technical SEO using Yoast SEO tool. So these are the points which we have covered in this video. There's another part where we will be fixing the speed of the website. So I'll be creating another video for this where we will be improving the speed of the website. Till the next video, stay tuned, stay healthy. Have a great day.